You may recall that Lindy Blanchard dropped out of the competitive Senate race to enter a packed GOP field in the governor's race. Now, Blanchard says after serving overseas as ambassador to Slovenia, she came back to Alabama wanting to do more.
Well, I can tell you, when I served for President Trump abroad as ambassador, I got a fire in my belly to come back and serve. And especially when you see and hear what all's going on in this state, like the taxes increasing, like non-conservative things happening behind the doors, the way the gas tax was done, and how Alabamians are hurting post-COVID.
Before jumping into the race, there were numerous published reports that former President Trump was pushing her to run. While Blanchard says she still has not received an official endorsement, she would welcome it.
And certainly if I could ever get an endorsement from President Trump, anyone would want that endorsement. And he does want a conservative governor, someone that he could trust, that would work with the conservative agenda. I've already worked with his America First agenda abroad.
Blanchard, who currently has 3 children in public school, says she studied what 2 of Alabama's neighboring states are doing. She says both Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves have made strides by focusing on school choice and basic education.
As a business person, I feel like you never throw money at a broken system, and our education system is broken. And I would love to partner with the parents and school choice on how we can push this state forward in education in all realms, because we're ranked 47th overall and 52nd in math, and then Mississippi is ranked 43rd. They have a new business-oriented governor, and I think that's what's moved their state forward.
In addition to school choice, she supports increasing teacher pay. On the topic of Alabama's embattled prison system, she supports more drug and mental health services to keep addicts and the mentally ill from being imprisoned with violent offenders.
But we need to have a law and order state. We have 3 cities in our state that are ranked top 30 in the United States of murder, and that's an issue with me, and I would focus on how we can do better to catch these criminals and keep them behind bars.
She says that includes increasing officer pay. Describing herself as a gun-toting ambassador, Blanchard supports the recently passed constitutional carry law. To deal with rising inflation, Blanchard has started a petition to suspend the gas tax.
Join me at suspendthegastax.com.
When you have to decide between filling up your gas tank or buying meat at the grocery store, then we have a problem, and it's statewide. And I would be that governor that focused on reeling in the taxes, starting with the gas tax, suspending the gas tax, giving it to the legislators to, repeal it, and then focusing on the after gas tax, grocery tax.
Blanchard, like some other GOP candidates, including Governor Ivey, maintains the 2020 presidential election was stolen, despite our state's own attorney general finding there was no widespread election fraud. Official results show Trump outgained Biden nearly 2-1 here in Alabama, but he ultimately came up about 7 million votes short nationwide. During our interview, Blanchard called out the governor for her seeming about-face on the outcome of the 2020 election.
But Governor Ivey, on the day of his inauguration, while that was going on, she tweeted congratulations, and she encouraged the new members that we had just voted in 2020, Tuberville and Moore, to work with this new administration when the president was saying we need audits.
The Republican primary is May 24th. Carla Wade, WVTM 13.